In this video, we're going to find out how we can get Python to draw this sort of thing. Well, actually, not this sort of thing. In this video, we're going to start much simpler and we're just going to draw a square. But once you've mastered your Python drawing commands, then you too can start to create nice, exciting patterns like this. So let's move on and let's make a start. The first thing we need to do is add the commands for drawing to Python. And that's because Python can't draw straight out of the box. We need some extra commands. And the type of graphics we're going to do is turtle graphics. So I need to import a set of commands called turtle. And that allows us to draw by moving a turtle across the screen. And everywhere it goes, it leaves behind a little trail. I'm going to call my turtle Terry. I'm going to give it a name. Calling it Terry because that alliterates. You can call yours anything you like. You can call it Bob. You can call it Sarah. You can call it Sid. It doesn't really matter as long as you remember the name and you can spell it correctly. Probably a nice short name is easier because it reduces the amount of typing you need to do. So I've added the commands for a drawing. So let's start off just by doing something like drawing a straight line. Draw a line, and I need to think how long I want my line to be. So I'm going to make mine 100 pixels. So how do we do it? That's what I'm going to do. So let's put in the command that does that. So I'm going to give my turtle, which I call Terry, an instruction. So I'm going to go Terry dot, and then I'm going to tell it what I want it to do. I want it to move forwards. So I'm going to write forward. And then in brackets, I'm going to tell it how far to move. So let's move 100 pixels and close my bracket. Now, that's my program done. It's ready to run. But before we do that, we need to save it. Now, saving it is really important, especially getting the name right. It's really important not to call, I'm going to save mine to my desktop, not to call your program turtle. If you call your program turtle.py, it won't work. And that's because at the beginning we said import turtle. And if it tries to import itself, it won't work. So we need to give the program a much more sensible name. So I'm going to just call mine demo drawing, because that's what we're doing. I'm showing you how to draw in a demo. And I'm going to click save. And now I've done that, I can run my program, F5 as my keyboard shortcut, and up pops a little screen called Python Turtle Graphics, and our turtle moved from there to there. That's 100 pixels across the screen. And that's it. That's how easy it is. You just tell Terry what you want it to do. So I've moved it forward. I suppose the next thing to do is perhaps get it to turn. So I'm going to turn Terry. I now need to decide, do I want to turn left or right? I'm going to turn it left. And then I specify the angle. How many degrees do I want it to turn? So let's turn 90 degrees. So it turns a right angle. And let's just hit F5 to run it. Do I want to save? Yes, please. And now you can see that it's now pointing in a completely different direction. It's now pointing in the way it's going to go next. So let's turn it. Let's go Terry dot forward 100. And if I run this and click OK, so it moved forward 100 pixels, turned left 90 degrees, and then moved 100 pixels that way. And we could do the same again. In fact, I'm going to copy this now. I'm going to get it to go left dot. Oh, I forgot to give Terry his name or her name. Terry can be either, can't it? There we are. Right, so Terry left, and again 90 degrees. I've done that, so this will be like two sides. Okay. There's two sides. It's now pointing that way, where it's going to go next. So if I copy all this, Control C, Control V, It's now going to go forward 90, forward 90, forward 90, forward 90. So in fact, it should be drawing a square with 100 pixel sides. And let's see if that's what we get. Run. Okay. There we are. It drew our square. So you can use basic commands like that to get it to draw any shape. Try a rectangle. Try a triangle. Try and draw a house. Just needs like a little triangle on top of the square, doesn't it? Or even get it to try and write out your name. That's quite tricky. Probably quite a long program there, but a bit of fun. Now you can also, if you want to, find out how to change the color of the pen or even the pen thickness to make your graphics a lot more interesting. Have a go yourself.